Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Comics After Dark for the Real Comic Fan. I'm your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Rat, and a special guest this week,
Acidic Aaron.
Hey, it's Aaron. It is producer Aaron, the man, the myth, the legend, the reason that Rat House is currently on YouTube and trying to seek sponsorship and other stuff. How you doing today, man?
Good.
Of course, with every week, we start off with Whack Attack, and Aaron actually said it's bad juju for us to continue this. So maybe we'll add like good and bad as well. But
First
Aaron and I...
problems.
Because Aaron says that I just complain that my coffee is too hot and all this other stuff. So first off, first Whack Attack, you're a dick. Second Whack Attack, we actually experienced it together.
You're going to beat me to the punch?
Aaron and I were sitting in front of a Starbucks, and this woman was having the hardest time parking. Like, no matter what, she just kept, like, reversing and then going directly into the same fucking, like, area. And, like,
just kept going.
And, like,
on the line, over the line, and then try it again, on the line.
And, like, at one point, I think it's her, like, third attempt. And I look at Aaron and I'm like, wow, she's still trying. He's like, yeah, I've been noticing. So we're just seeing this train wreck. And finally, this woman just says, fuck it. And just...
Here's the line, and this is how she parks.
Just like, gives up on life and allows her kid to get out and just goes and buys the coffee.
Because it's like it's known that as long as you're still in the car, you can be in 3 spaces.
Yeah. Because it's totally legal to be doing that. But yeah, also, there's just been also another Whack Attack. I cut my nipple. And Aaron was there for it while we were trying to set up. I reached down for something.
Before or after you sharted?
I didn't shart. I just needed to fart.
No, you're like, that's not a fart. And the next thing you go to the bathroom.
I was trying to fart. And then I realized that is not, it wasn't a fart. It was going to be something else. So I was like, oh, that's not a fart. So then I went to the restroom. I didn't fart yet. So no, I did not poo-poo my pants. But thanks a lot.
It sounded like watching the clumps.
Is that why you were doing that? You're like, oh no. He's like, clumps. And I fucking
God damn it. Now I gotta go change my pants.
It was not. Thank the Lord. But no, I cut my nipple on this desk, dude, that we're at right now.
I think everybody's been there when like you anticipate something a little further and then you just headbutt into the cabinet.
You know what? It wasn't until recently that I've been having this issue with like I'll run into walls and shit. So
aren't you waiting for a pair of glasses?
Yeah, so I am getting a pair of glasses this upcoming week, and then I bought another pair for work. So
no more Mr. Magoo.
No.
Is that the reason why you almost lost your finger?
It's not the reason I almost lost my finger, but it could be accounted for certain like accidents, probably. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm sure the percentages will drop.
Oh yeah, probably. I'll be able to not, or they might rise. Who knows? Because my right eye is worse than my left eye. So like,
you're already adjusting to the bad side. So by the time you get it, you're gonna screw yourself up.
On top of it, Whack Attack, I have to wear an eye patch.
Oh really?
Yeah, because my right eye is slightly crossed.
Oh shit.
So in order to improve it and strengthen it, they want me to not only wear my glasses, but wear my glasses with an eye patch on.
So so you could just be normal one time and then your eye will just start diverting?
Well, it's just a slight like cockeye.
But sooner or later you would become the guy from The Water Boy.
I mean, hypothetically, sure.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to understand. Like, oh wow.
I mean, I don't know specifically if it's going to happen like 30 years down the line. They didn't tell me that. They're just like, it's slight. You want to cover it so it strengthens your eye and it'll
adjust back.
It'll correct it. They're like, but you probably should have been doing this by like a long time ago. Like, when did you start getting glasses?
So next month's theme, Nick Fury.
No, fuck you. What about you? Do you have a Whack Attacker?
Nah, just you almost shitting yourself in front of me.
Dude, it was twice. I don't know what happened. And then like my nipple. I've been cursed this week. I swear it. Like, just weird things have been happening to me. But I'm not letting it get me down, dude. I'm riding my bike constantly. Shout out to OC Brakeless. I really want to not only get them on the podcast, but they left us a comment this week too, and I ended up doing the donut run for it's called the donut run, and basically you all meet up as a group, and it's a huge biking group, and You just go to some donut place like somewhere around the area, and I had the most tastiest mini donuts in the world, man. They're freaking awesome, and like they were like mini donuts, and you could either have sugar or powder, and you have dipping sauces on the side, and they're imagine fresh Krispy Kreme without the glaze and still that softness.
They're just like a soft bake.
Oh, dude, so delicious. I got 2 dozens, man. I ripped into those, man.
So you burned off 200 calories and then put on another 400.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Totally. But it was worth it. It was delicious. So shout out to OC Breakless.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Luis and see what we could end up maybe working out a deal with each other. I don't know. He's probably listening and be like, deal? He never fucking mentioned that. This is just an idea, okay? So let's go ahead. Let's get into this week's announcements, man. So, of course, download Lyft and use our promo code RHP, and you'll be able to get 10 rides, $5 off. Or if you want to try driving for Lyft, go ahead and use our promo code, and after 100 rides, you'll get a $500 bonus. As well as you could go ahead and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Comics After Dark. We always love hearing your comments or questions, so go ahead. You could call in or text in if you're a little nervous. 714-684-1652. Fucking Aaron just dropped my book right now. We text 714-684-1652. Speaking of text, we do have a text we got from Luis from OC Breakless. This is OC Breakless, of course. This is for Comics After Dark. And it says, love the new trailer of Spider-Man. They could have just showed a single frame of Iron Man and Spider-Man flying together, and I would have, and he shows eggplant and water drops. You can get what he means after that. I'm so thankful to live in a world where we finally get Spider-Man right. And he's right, dude.
I'm so excited for it. Well, not only, it's finally a world where we'll see Spider-Man going against the other villains.
Yeah, and it's not segregated at all. It's not like, well, this is our Fox Marvel and this is our Disney Marvel and this is our Sony Marvel. Like somewhere they bridged.
Well, that's what's cool. It's like this the what they've been saying with how you see his first person point of view, that you'll see some like pretty much Civil War or Captain America's Civil War from his eyes.
That'd be dope.
So we'll see some of that movie from his point of view. So I'm hoping
which is why they start off with Stark giving him the suit
wings
and everything. That's awesome.
So I think that could have been before the event that they took him out there.
Cool.
And then that maybe we'll see spin-off movies where they'll have Avengers Infinity Wars, but maybe we'll get a Spider-Man sequel where he's dealing with the issues that they're fixing.
Yeah. Of course, you guys, you can go ahead and check out some of our awesome friends, #show.com. Of course, Rathouse, RATTHAUS.net. I don't know what the fuck that was. That just came out of your throat right now. And all the podcasts that are part of our network. And some that aren't, go ahead and check out Netflix Campfire Podcast and leave them a comment saying that Rat House sent you, because we really want to pick those guys up. That'd be hugely appreciated. Find them on Instagram, Netflix Campfire Podcast. As well as Growing Up Not Growing Old Podcast, Shane Gray Live, eatgeekplay.com and comicbooked.com. All right, guys, well, and Nerd with an Opinion. I always forget that. Let's get a little close. Let's get a little warm. Let's get into Word Around the Campfire. Now, I technically kind of predicted something. Now, this is definitely a Word Around the Campfire, but is like borderline confirmed. So, a long time ago, all of you guys that have been following us know, for a good decent 2 to 3 months, I was just preaching Darkhawk. Darkhawk is this like horrible Marvel character. And I said that when Marvel needs to plunge their hands into the manure of a universe they have, they're going to pull out Darkhawk, compress it, and turn it into a diamond. And that's essentially what we got, you guys, on the new line of the Guardians of the Galaxy toys. There's some additional add-ons, and just to kind of bring them back, Darkhawk is one of the toys that they will be selling for this line. So, word around the campfire, is Darkhawk in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Some people say yes.
I would say
because he's part of the toy line. Some people say no, that sometimes Marvel just does it to try to push things to see how it goes.
Well, I think they're trying to tie one of their they're non-selling characters and tied into the franchise, especially with like the build the characters. You're forced to buy it.
Yes.
And then sometimes if a character is so bad, then people don't even buy it, even though it comes with that extra piece. Then they know, oh, don't bring them into the movies.
Yeah.
But he's been in like the Thunderbolts, the like anti-hero teams, like Suicide Squad.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, though, if he sells good,
then we'll see him.
Maybe they already fucking filmed clips with Darkhawk.
But that's the thing, is Darkhawk really like space, or
yeah? He's kind of like a mixture of everything.
Okay.
Because he's like Iron Man, but in like a hawk suit essentially.
Yeah, I think in like the last book I read, there was like space or like Mach 18 or like something like that.
Yeah, it's just God.
He changes up a lot of times.
This isn't gonna surprise me if like Darkhawk is the next big thing. Darkhawk could be the next Guardians of the Galaxy, but I fucking called it, and you can see all my bragging throughout Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
It's not really yet, so we'll see.
Well, and that's what's it was funny because someone did say that, and I did hashtag word around the campfire, and they were like, "Touche, man, touche." What about you? But you guys from Comics After Dark, that's just word around the campfire.
My turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So pretty much everybody's been saying Dalton.
You have to start off with the saying.
What's that?
You have to say word around the campfire.
Word around the campfire. Gotta let me know this shit before we start.
You've been producing us for a while.
Yeah, that's usually me checking facts.
I figured you would get the beats of everything, but go ahead. Word around the campfire.
Well, everybody's been speculating that Donald Glover is going to be in the next Spider-Man movie, which the trailer shows he is.
I didn't even see him in the trailer, although I did,
just briefly.
I did see
like he's standing behind the guy. Who's
people did
Shocker.
stills of the Vulture, and I wanted to say like wouldn't it be great if the Vulture came in and was like, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts!" and he like goes to fight Spider-Man. I thought that would have been cool. And on top of it, if you think of it this way, everybody's favorite. It's 50-50 between Christian Bale and Michael Keaton is everyone's favorite Batman.
He's my favorite.
Now he might be someone's favorite Marvel, dude. This is kind of a punch to the face.
Well, I'm just very, very excited to see. Like, this is going to be real. Is it the first time we've seen Michael Keaton as the villain? Like, he's always been somewhat like the dad or the hero.
The good, yeah.
Or, so I'm very excited to see him, spread his wings.
Yeah, the way he did in Birdman. But anyways, go and continue.
Okay, yeah. So Donald Glover will be in the next movie. People have been petitioning to have him play Miles Morales. Honestly, I'm okay with it. Don't think it's gonna happen though. I think his character might be the Prowler, which is more of a tech advanced kind of hero that starts off bad and then goes towards the good side. Or in the Ultimate Universe, that is Miles Morales' uncle.
Really?
Yeah. So they might be crossovering like the Ultimate Universe with the the.
Well, yeah, because we don't have a Mary Jane in this either.
Yeah, and they're showing like the
love interest,
the other girl.
similar,
Yeah, I have a feeling she might be like a Spider Girl or sooner or later.
Which I actually watched two separate trailers. They had the international trailer and the one in the U.S. And like, there's the one that I believe we got for Jimmy Kimmel was the MGMT one where he's checking her out. But there's another one that doesn't even have that.
Oh, really?
It's nothing but a serious cut trailer.
Cool.
So yeah, go ahead and make sure to check those out. But yeah. Prowler, huh? That's
well, yeah, and then like another thing, like I think they are cross-referencing the Ultimate Universe with.
It does feel like that.
Well, because look at his best friend; it looks just like Miles' best friend, who knows his identity as Genji, or I think his name's like Genji. It's an Asian name like that, and he looks just like him. So I think they're gonna meet it like right in the middle. Maybe we'll have Miles Morales, but I don't think in this movie.
But. That's just
around the campfire.
Word around the campfire. He tried, you guys.
Give
him an A for effort. Give him an A for effort.
Yeah.
So I actually want to do a power round. So if you guys didn't hear, Jimmy Kimmel put out a skit where they basically said they replaced Donald Trump's candidates with evil villains' names. So they're like, "Do you guys?" They're interviewing. They're like, "Do you feel that Otto Octavius will plunge his hands into the pharmaceutical company?" And like, "Oh, most definitely. I believe Otto Octavius is dirty like that." They're like, "Oh yeah." So like all like 8 of his hands are just gonna. They're like, "Yeah, that's exactly it." So if you had an evil, like if you had an evil team, doesn't matter, any universe, who would be part of your evil team? Only 3 people, and why?
So if I could come up with a team myself, like
Yes.
a bad team,
Yes.
I love the Dark Avengers, so it would have to be like one.
Got 3 people,
Put
dude.
me on the spot.
It's a power round, dude. First and foremost, for me, Lex Luthor.
All right. Why?
Just his thoughts of everything. Oh, no, not Lex Luthor. I apologize. Throw him out. Dr. Doom.
Okay.
It's Dr. Doom, he's just able to think like chess, and he's able to think ahead and try to plan everything accordingly. So I would want him.
Yeah.
First and foremost as my brains. For my muscle, I'm going to go with Clayface, because Clayface is not only able to form into anybody that I wanted, kind of like Mystique, but he's also able to blow himself up and kind of solidify. So he's able to do really, really hard damage.
Yeah.
And that's 2 at least for me. There was another person I wanted. Who was it? Oh. And then I would also want Shredder. Because he's been around so long, and he's so wise and just kind of like, look, this is what we got to do. I feel like that's a perfect trifecta of Clayface being able to follow. I have 2 other leaders and people that will be able to get the job done. And the world domination is our idea.
Yeah, but I do feel like your team would be lacking in the sense of like mental capacity. Like that would be their weakness.
I think they'd be
Clayface
okay.
could easily get overrun.
30 seconds. What do you got?
First, I'd start off with Mephisto from the Marvel Universe.
All right.
He
The devil, essentially.
Can get anybody else on their team.
Okay.
Or at least bribe them into it. Second, let's go with Venom, because he's got like kind of that balance anti-hero established, and kind of like Clayface where he can blend in and do a lot.
Okay.
And just as a favor, let's go with the Joker, just to throw things up.
No, you fucked up at the Joker, bro. He'll fucking
Not if he has an agenda. If his agenda's in there, then he's gonna manipulate
gonna
it to
kill
work
you
out.
no matter what, man.
How am I on the team? This is a team of villains.
No, but this is your team of villains.
Well, then I fucked up by bringing Mephisto the devil into the fact.
No, but the devil's gonna bow.
No.
Okay, let's play this. Let's play this then. You know what? You're right. Joker's okay, just because we'll implement the rule. They will bow down to you.
Okay.
You somehow. Let's just say you have. Let's say you have the Infinity Gauntlet, and you're just able to rule ass on them. So we'll run with that. So we really want your guys' opinions. So please call or text 714-684-1652 to get your team. Remember, you have the Infinity Gauntlet. These people bow down to you. Whoever you want a part of your 3-person villain team, doesn't matter what comic book universe. Yeah, there you go. 714-684-1652 is the number. Let's go ahead. Let's get into some comic book quickies. So you guys, I'm excited. You should be excited. Aaron's fucking excited. R.L. Stine is going to be writing Marvel's Man-Thing. I couldn't be more fucking excited. What a great person to not only take this on, but I have a feeling take it into a really, really dark place. Now, I personally don't know much about the Man-Thing. I always figured he was like Marvel's Swamp Thing. If you will.
Essentially, yes, he is.
But Aaron knows a little bit of the history. If we could briefly go into it, man.
Yeah, but pretty much his origins back in the day when Doc Connors the Lizard was trying to work on his formula to regrow limbs. He had a partner that was trying to cure cancer. This was Man-Thing's character, essentially. At a point in the research, they diverted, and Man-Thing went towards the Florida Keys. On his way there, he had some mystic stones with him and crashed into the swamp. That turned him into Man-Thing, which he's kind of brain dead. It's not him, but it's just like the spirit of the forest, and he diverts, like he's an empath. So if someone's panicking or afraid, he just goes in that direction. And he's not evil or anything like that, but if anybody fears for wrong reasons, then they burn to his touch.
That's, you dirty son of a bitch. I'm going to go ahead and read the quote from editor Axel Alonso. It says, and is there a Marvel character more perfect suited to his sensibility than this monstrous, I can't even say it,
Monstrous.
Monstorish Man-Thing. Stein and artist Jeremy Perletta is spinning a tale full of action, horror, humor, and heart. One that is sure to please R.L. Stine fans, Man-Thing fans, and new fans. So I hate to say it, I really don't collect a lot of Marvel. I'm fucking picking it up, you guys. I suggest you guys maybe do it too. And we'll go ahead and we'll review the first issue together.
Oh yeah, and then pretty much if you're a big fan of Emily the Strange, I know that series has been along for a long time. They're gonna get a movie deal.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so that's actually going through now.
It's a movie deal? I thought it was a TV deal.
No, it looks like a movie deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then also The Woods is getting picked up for television.
That's great. Boom Studio. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be on a Sci-Fi Channel. And then AD After Dark by Scott Snyder is getting picked up by Sony.
The Woods is actually our buddy James Tinian IV. You go ahead and watch our interview with James Tinian IV on our RATT space HAUS YouTube. You could go ahead and check that out. Yeah. It's actually really cool because he explains that basically what happens is, you remember the movie Predator, the like wannabe reboot? It was like a sequel.
Oh yeah, where they're thrown onto that planet.
Yeah, and Robert Rodriguez produced it. Remember, he didn't direct it; he produced it. It's kind of the same thing where like high school kids get sent to this alien planet and they need to survive these things that are trying to kill them. So it's like Battle Royale meets like sci-fi with like high schoolers in it.
It's like the opposite of Power Rangers if they were taken from Earth.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Really highly suggest it. And that's going to be interesting. What studio is The Woods going to be picked up by?
That looks like Sci-Fi UCP.
And that's going to be a TV show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, you guys. Let's go ahead. Let's get into some comic books that I read that are going to be coming out this week. I read Batman, the animated series, meets TMNT, the new animated series. Now, Joker is basically trapped and Harley Quinn escapes, lets the Joker out, and they transfer over to the TMNT universe because of these, like, they just look like triangle things, almost like Exit here and stuff. So they transfer over, and they kind of, they attempt to start an allegiance with Shredder. While on the TMNT side, they see these portals, and it's by far my favorite part in this book. Freaking Mikey's reaching into the portal because they're like, what the hell is it? And they're like checking it out. Mikey's reaching out. And the other portal on the other side is essentially, it's the Batcave. And like Batman's like, the hell is going on here? And Mikey's touching Batman's face and he's like, feels like a gargoyle on the other side. Like a really angry gargoyle, and then like you just see Batman's fist like come and punch him out, and from there it's quick little brawl between Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they kind of try to figure out like exactly what's going on. Batgirl's there, Robin's there, really interesting. I actually reviewing it. Do I suggest picking it up? If you can find issue 1, definitely pick up issue 2. It is worth your time. I also feel like this is great because if you have kids, this is the comic you're going to be able to read with your kids, save for your kids, give them a copy of it, read along with them. They're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's going to remind you of your past when you used to watch Batman the Animated Series. And
give them a little piece of your childhood.
Yes, and it's a little piece of their childhood with the current TMNT run that's on Nickelodeon. So yes, I suggested try to find the first one, pick up some more copies, pick up the second one, and read it amongst your family, man, because I guarantee you guys are all going to enjoy it together. Let's go ahead. Let's get into that's it for comic books that are coming out this week. So this is that was for New Comic Book Day. I think let's go ahead. Let's get real quick into a comic book that both you and I read, man.
All right, The Ghost.
Yes, it is called Sleeping with Ghost, issue 1. It is from Primal Archetype. Now, I got emailed this via Rat House, so thank you so much for reaching out. We really do appreciate it. We do check our email constantly. So it was a really nice treat to not only get this.
And it was a good read, too.
It was a very good read. I love getting stuff that's good. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I apologize to anybody that gets upset when they're like, oh, well, you didn't like it, well, this, that, and complain. It's like, dude, you sent it for us to review. And of course, they're like, well, it's a different tier. We're independent. It's like, no, I'm going to base you off of everything else that I read as well. Yeah. And this was right up the alley. Right up a great, great alley. Yeah. Damien, I apologize if I ruined the last name, but it's Simankowicz. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go with that. And this comic, like I said, is called Sleeping with Ghosts. Real quick, I'm gonna see where it's available, so you guys could go ahead and pick it up. We'll actually drop it in our link. You could buy it on iTunes apparently, which is great, $2.99, or you can buy it through Comixology, which is scheduled for late December. And we'll go ahead and we'll put a link in below, or also in our Instagram. But right now it is currently out in iBooks.
Yeah, and it had a really good feel to it. Like if you're a fan of the American Horror series,
yes,
it reminded me a lot of the Hotel series.
Yeah.
But more not so much like in your face, like gruesome, where like American Horror Story, they try to be as shocking as possible with like the sex, and then
with this, the story was great. So basically, you start off with this guy that's like, he purposely visits haunted hotels and kind of like debunks them, and basically says like, this is straight bullshit. Right off the bat, he's like, put me in your most haunted room. Goes there. Mm-hmm. There's ghosts like crazy coming out. They're like, hey, just a heads up, when you go in there, you're gonna think like everything's gonna happen, and when it projects, it's gonna project so realistic that you're gonna be confused between reality and the ghost world. And he immediately goes in, puts like a gun to his head, and he's like, wants to kill himself
because he hasn't seen anything.
Yeah. So then from there, he sees a ghost.
And then I wouldn't take it further after that, because he sees it, starts following, going down the rabbit hole.
Yes,
and
definitely.
It kind of leaves you with a good cliffhanger where it could be psychological or something could have happened. I don't want to give anything away, but
what we will get into is that something happens, and he kind of freaks out because these entities are able to move and walk around, and even the front desk person, like, oh, here's this person, like, this is what happened. They even have like a wall of like, these are some people that killed themselves. Here's some like, I think it seems like either Aborigines or like.
Well, yeah, they were saying that the burial ground where the hotel is built, it was based of where like Aborigines were tribesmen. So it is tied to a lot of like just history on the property.
Yes, and he's just freaking the hell out. The ending, I wouldn't say is a twist, but definitely. Oh, okay, no, because that's not the ending. Never mind. Let me retract that statement. The ending definitely does have a twist, and you're surprised at what's going to happen.
Like if you read the story and you analyze it, you'll see that it could mean something very bad, or it could just be trying to trick us with a deceitful narrator.
I will say Sebastian, our main character, does something that he probably shouldn't have done.
Maybe. We're not too sure.
But
evidence is showing.
Yes. But the woman at the front desk did say, like, it's going to feel real upon everything. So, like Aaron said, it's a great comic, dude. I loved it. Aaron, what would you, let's go ahead. Let's give this first issue a rating. Yes, it's not a complete story arc, but we want to do this for this amazing writer and team that worked on Sleeping with Ghosts. Aaron, what would you give the art?
The art, I like it.
Scale from 1 to 10.
1 to 10? Probably give it like a 7 or so. Well, like, because I like, you start to grow onto the art as the more you read it.
Yes.
It does fit with the story.
Yes.
But then, I think I'm spoiled with artists sometimes.
Which is why I'm actually going to give it 8, is because it was solid, it was consistent, and that's always the things that I like to nitpick. It's like, if you're not solid or consistent, I just hate it. And I'm giving it an 8 because they really did try behind it. And the panels were never empty. That's one of my huge issues. If you have a fucking empty panel where it's like, oh, these people are just standing there having a conversation, there's no background. No, at no point did that happen. Of course,
there's clues in it, and that's what. Yeah, I would agree with you, because there's like little things in the background that add to the story as well.
Of course. What do you give action? Now, action could be anything. It could be story-driven action. It could be anything.
I thought it was well balanced. So I'll give it like an 8 or 8.5, because it had the talking, but then it balanced out with enough action to keep you very interested, and then it even had the seduction part. So it was good, even that in that sense of action as well.
I'm gonna give action a 7. It was just really solid right off the bat. Wasn't bad at all. It definitely. I can't even continue on from there, because now we're gonna go into story, which I'm gonna give story a 9. Man, the story was so freaking solid, so freaking great. It not only just right off the bat, just like, look, guy investigates haunted stuff. Go. That's how it starts off right off the bat. So I'm actually kind of nervous, because I don't want the issues later on to fall short.
True.
Because this was really good. So right off the bat, it just throws you in here, and now you're just experiencing all these paranormal things. What do you give these stories?
I would give it a little lower than like the only like I hate complaining, but in the idea
How
of like
dare you? No, I'm joking.
yeah. But in the idea, it's a story we've kind of seen start out that way before, like 1408, the movie with John Cusack.
Yes.
Someone who lost someone in their life and now is searching for proof of the paranormal.
Yeah,
Otherwise, they're gonna lose themselves or kill themselves.
So
that it felt a little cliche, but I do like where it went, and from where we saw it end in the cliffhanger, it's going in a completely new direction. So I forgive that and give it about like an 8. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead. So all in all, you guys, this gets an 8 out of 10. Congratulations. Yeah, sure. An independent comment and everything. I think it was great. We're going to go ahead. We're going to put the link. Definitely follow them. Check out this comic. Buy it. It's only $3. It's not going to hurt you at all. Let's go ahead. Let's get into comic books I've read this week. We're going to go as fast as possible, you guys. I read Moon Knight, number 9.
Nice.
So Moon Knight has a lot of different personalities. Just don't worry about it.
I just want to see the comic.
Oh, okay. Moon Knight has a lot of different personalities, and they actually are like separated within these worlds. And Mark Spector actually brings them together, and he's like, "Look, you're my personality, and you're my personality. I don't know who the hell you are, but you don't belong here." And right when he says that, like this personality deteriorates into sand. And then his Moon Knight version is like, "Oh my God," and goes to try and kill him. And he's like, "No, dude, like, just fucking chill. Let me explain." So they get into a fight. He ends up winning. Then the director side of him that is shooting the Marvel Studios movie Moon Knight he's like, "Dude, like, you're in my mind. And I always wanted to separate and get these personalities out of my mind. But I understand that without all of you guys, I am not me. So you need to join me and be with me." And from there, he basically, it's like...
So rather than separating each part of himself into different personalities, he's just combining...
He's understanding, like,
that it is
this
him.
is me.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
Exactly.
And that's it. So he's now the, like, ultimate new...
I love the psychology behind it, because a lot of people do that, because, like, rather than blaming themselves, they blame that persona. So now he's starting to accept the responsibility, and he should become something a lot better.
Yes. Do I suggest picking it up? No. You're gonna have to wait for the trade. Trust me on that one, you guys. I can't wait for the next issue. I also read Green Lanterns issue 12. Now this is actually following the Phantom Lantern, which at this moment it's basically like this Phantom Lantern is based off of the first Lantern, which we had in the New 52, and he is wielding a ring that could be, you don't need to be chosen. You just put it on. Now, here's the thing, is that it makes whatever emotion you're using extreme. So when you have anger,
so it's like
it's
the
just
white spectrum,
fucking crazy. Yes,
it
exactly.
It can reflect any, or
yes.
depending on your emotion.
Exactly, and it's just... It's great.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, it gets to the point where, like, it's crazy because it gets to the point where our villain just, like, is able to conquer all the emotions. So due to that, he is wielding will. So he turns into a Green Lantern and is basically going to take on Jessica and Simon. And
he's going to, like, at the end point, he's just going to combine it all into some new color you never seen. You know they're gonna do that.
I hope
they have to.
This is a new color we've never seen. It's a special.
Exactly.
I suggested. I love Sam
But if he's
Humphrey.
able to master his emotions, then what's to stop him to do all of them at once?
Yeah, it's true. What I will say is that I love it. Cool. Once again, I don't. I'm gonna say I don't suggest picking it up. Wait till the story arc ends.
It's so good. Don't pick it up. Though.
Well, the reason why is because you're just midway into a story.
Oh yeah.
Wait till the trade comes out, pick it up, and then from there
power through.
Exactly, continue on. I also read Whisper War, Part 5 out of 6, and this is issue 161 of The Walking Dead. Now, all you have to know is that there's just the war is waging. They're fighting from both sides. But here's the big thing: is that this group that we recently picked up, I think in like issue 120, right after they arrested Negan, and it was part of A New Beginning. We finally find out their alternative motives, and they're basically like, after this war, we're going to kill Rick and overthrow his government, and we're gonna rule this. Not fucking expecting this at all, because they perfectly, just like the Whisperers, blending in like a sheep in wolf's clothing, they did the same fucking thing, and they just went with the program. Like, these people are trying to hide amongst zombies while this group that's trying to overthrow Rick is hiding amongst humans. It was great, man. I was like, oh wow, really wasn't expecting this.
It's like Pence and Trump.
Wait, what?
It's like he's just hiding, waiting for his opportunity.
Just waiting for the opportunity. It was exactly. I thought you said Trump, but now I understand. I get what you mean. But yeah, it's once again, don't pick it up. Obviously, this is part 5 out of 6. We will be reviewing, I'm sure, issue 6, and from there, if you guys feel like you want to pick it up, you go ahead and do it. It's great. Predator versus Judge Dredd versus Aliens. You actually, Anderson has a face hugger. And from Aliens.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And
a vagina with wings or fingers?
Yeah, basically. And already one of these judges is turned into like a half human, half alien and whatnot. So Judge Dredd breaks out and he's like, I'm gonna save you, Anderson. I already let, I forgot what his name was, die, but not you. When he goes out, here's the weird thing. I don't know what happened, but he like literally, because Anderson has a face hugger and he runs Judge Dredd with Anderson in his arms runs into predators, but he tries to fight the predators, and out of nowhere, like the face hugger's off of Anderson. And now I don't know if the predator removed it from her face or if like this is a weird projection or what's happening, but out of nowhere, the three predators that are there decide to team up with Judge Dredd after they duke it out. And then basically now it is Judge Dredd with predators versus aliens. Hold on real quick.
Alien Predator.
So yeah, I'm going to have to make sure to save this because it's going to try to reboot on us right now. So do I suggest it? Nope. You're going to have to wait for the trade on this one too. It's issue 3, dude. I love these things. Don't get me wrong. But everything I'm about to present to you right now, you're going to have to wait for trade. I also read issue 3 of Cannibal. Dude. Brian Bruchel is just knocking it out of the fucking park. I love it. I love it with a passion. In this particular story, our main character is still in jail, but we're trying to find out exactly what happened to Jolene. And while that's happening, this guy gets jumped, and they're scared of cannibals left and right. So after he gets jumped, he's like, why the hell am I arrested? And they're like, oh, well, they said that you tried to bite him. So if you're infected, we need to like keep you locked up. So that's the way that like some people are trying to use this virus against a lot of people. You know, it's tainted blood. It's ways that are able to contain people and scare people. So, but here was the thing is at the very beginning of the issue, this fisherman gets knocked out. And at the very end of the issue, I'm pretty sure it's this guy and his son. And he just hangs up a sheet and just goes, have at it. And the son on the other side is just destroying the old man that was fishing. And I kind of like it because the wife goes into the sheriff's office. It's like, hey, my husband's didn't come home this morning. They're like, dude, whatever. So no, you don't understand. He comes home every morning. He has to be, something's wrong. And of course they shine on the old woman. Yeah. Dude, I love it. This is like the perfect, like it's a drama, dude. It's nothing but a drama.
It's like horror drama. Like
it's horror-driven drama, dude. It's almost like yes, the cannibal side of it is like a serial killer. Is like a horror thing, but like at the same time, it's more like serial killer-ish rather than like nightmarish.
It's like Dexter if he really did have to kill.
Exactly. Yeah. See, there you go. And it's great, dude.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
If you guys can find the first 2 issues, yes, pick up and then pick up the 3rd issue. If not, wait for the trade, start picking it up again. It's Image, so it's really hard to find second pressing. Yeah. But I love it, dude. He such a great writer. Brian Bruchel, I've been preaching about him for a long time, always knocks it out of the park. You also read a comic too. It's currently on the floor because you dropped it. Hey. And go ahead and snag that up real quick. So I let Aaron borrow a comic book, and there it is, you guys. I Hate Fairyland, a.k.a. Fuck Fairyland, and currently you are 4 issues deep.
Yeah, loving it. It's pretty much a play on everything that is cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts off with a girl who just taken out of her home at, 6 years old?
Yes.
and just thrown into the world. And usually it takes a couple days.
A day, a single day journey.
Usually 1 day's journey takes this girl over
30 years.
30 years. So she's like almost 40 now, and she hasn't aged one bit.
Hasn't aged, can't have sex, gets drunk constantly.
But her mind has aged, obviously. And
yes.
She's just bitter and angry, and it's awesome. Like,
it is. Basically from there, they're like, she's trying to kind of get out, but like there's just no real way of getting out without her accomplishing this mission, which she's just not fucking doing.
Like, rather than doing the mission, she'd just rather fuck people up.
Yeah. She, like, get into fights with people, arguments, get drunk. At one point, she these mushrooms attack her and she starts eating them. Yeah. And then she starts tripping.
And it doesn't look like her eating mushrooms. It's like if a person looked like a mushroom, because when she bites it, it's blood and guts and stuff, but she's still getting high as if she's on mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, scary, angry monster. I'll listen to you. So what do you expect in issue 5?
Well, in the last issue, like, she's like the kingdom's trying to get rid of her, and they can't hurt her without like someone else completing the quest. So now they got another little girl to go against her. So it seems like that's about to come to a conclusion where they're gonna battle it out. So either she's gonna like, I think she might just kill the little girl and take the key from her, or it might lead into something bigger. I'm really excited to see where it goes.
I was going to say, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Do you suggest people picking up this comic?
Oh, definitely. If you grew up watching like Looney Tunes or anything like that, and you're just looking for an adult version, I would definitely suggest it because it makes you laugh. It's just a fun read.
Now, here's the other thing, too, is that I really wanted you to read this because Scotty Young does all those cute variants of Marvel.
He just does good variants as well. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, that's why I kind of wanted to give you this comic, because this is his passion project, you know?
It's nice to see what he would write. Yeah. You only see his art.
And he writes fucked up shit. I'll fucking tell you that much, man. It's great. It's awesome. I can't wait to get a full review from you so we could give it a number and have people either pick it up or not pick it up. Well, thank you so much, Aaron, for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Of course, you guys remember to call us at 714-684-1652. You could also text us at 714-684-1652. Got news, got rumors, got anything, give it to us, man, or tell us some of the comics that you've read. Of course, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Comics After Dark. I'm your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Rat. And producing, as always,
Acidic Aaron.
Till next time, you guys, keep on comic coming. Go. Later.